Here's a review regarding resizing and preparing images to put on templates for printing. I have my image here and I've made some adjustments to it, and it needs to be turned into a TIFF file, and of course that means it needs to be flattened. The layers have to be flattened and we need to convert it. Otherwise it's not going to work very well. We won't be able to print it with the interface that we've got. So always work to a TIFF when you do this. So I've made my corrections. You can see here I have a levels adjustment or a curves adjustment layer. What I need to do here now is go over to the layers menu, flatten image, and then go up and do file, save as. And I'm just going to leave it called Turtle. Maybe I'll put POV for point of view. And I will save it as a TIFF file. And I'll save it right back onto the desktop. And just follow everything here that is a default. Okay, so we have this. Now we've got to go get our template. And I've already got one on the desktop and I've loaded it into Photoshop. And here's what it looks like. I have it real small in here, so let me go up. Remember, you're going to put the assignment and your name, and the guides, of course, won't print. So what I want to do here to make life easier is what I've been doing in class, and go up to View. Go over to Window, Arrange, Tile All Vertically. Okay, so we can move these around, but what I want to do, of course, is get my point of view image small enough so that they both comfortably fit on here. Okay, so the first thing, remember, that I need to do is, I don't know what size this image is out of the camera. And I may have altered it, or cropped a little bit. So let's take a look. Remember, what's highlighted, which tab is highlighted, is the image you're going to get the information from. So I'll go over to Image, Image Size. And it's huge. It's 20 inches wide by 13 inches high by 300. So we know we don't want that. We want always 180 for the template. And of course, in this case, I want 9 by 6. So I'm going to just click OK. I haven't changed the image at all. And I'm going to move this over a little bit so it's a little easier to see, and get it a little bit bigger while I'm doing this, just so it's a little easier for you to follow what I'm doing. Okay, so maybe let me make it a tiny bit smaller so I can work outside of it. There we go. Okay, crop tool. Remember, up here, yours may default to this ratio. And if it does, you won't be able to type in numbers here or resolution. So remember, you may need to go up to the width by height by resolution, and then you can put in what you want. And you can see I have PX, which means pixels here. Well, I don't want pixels. Remember, I want 9. Hit the space bar and type in IN. It will know you want inches. And then go to the next one. By 6. And make sure you also enter images there. Inches, I mean. Sorry. 6. IN. And you can see it's proportional. And remember, that image is 300 pixels per inch. We want 180. And again, it's proportional. So I'm going to just go ahead and hit return, and it will look like it got a lot smaller, and indeed it did. But if I just bring this back up, regardless of what size it is on the screen, and go to image size, I have 9 by 6 by 180, which is exactly what I want. Okay, so let's go back to Window, Arrange, Tile All Vertically, and we have this situation. And remember, when I've got this done, and I've got the crop tool selected, I can hit return. You can see I still have brackets showing here. If I hit return once, the brackets are still there, but I don't have a dotted line, and I just go up and I hit the check box to show, and I'll double check it again just because I'm a real careful worker. Image size, 9 by 6 by 180. So we got OK. So I'm going to hit V for the move tool, or just click on it up here. And then I'm going to hit Option Shift and keep holding Option Shift down. And you'll know, because you'll see your arrows, you get a double-headed arrow, a black and a white one, that shows you're going to not only move it, but you're going to duplicate it. So I go over here and I just drop it. I can cancel or get rid of. I'm going to say don't save this. And there it is on my template. Okay? So all we have left to do is put our name and the assignment in. Also remember, you're going to have to use the arrow, up and down arrow keys to nudge to your guides, because we want to leave a little bit more room wherever our text labels are going to be. And the template is designed to remind you to do that. The easiest way to do it is just make sure that your image layer is active, and then just use your arrow keys to nudge it up into the guides, like so. You can use the move tool and it will snap to them, but it can, it's much easier to just do that. It's more accurate. All right, so the assignment we know is point of view. So down here you see this. You need to double click on the icon in this case, and I'll type in point of view, and I will go to the other one and put my name. Okay, the last thing to do, it's ready to print, except, and remember, it's still a TIFF because the template's a TIFF. So when you bring it into that target file, so at this point, the last step really to get ready to print is make sure that you flatten everything, the layers and everything, so the image will just compress right down onto the base background layer. So you go up to the little menu for layers, and almost at the bottom you'll see the flatten image command. Just hit that and you'll notice all the layers are gone except your background. Then go up and do a file, and I'm going to do save as, because you see I don't want a named template. I'll just call it again, turtle. And I'll know it's point of view because I'll be saving it in the point of view folder. And that's it. Practice it a little bit, and this is how your final prints, when I'm asking for 10 final prints for each assignment, each one of the final 10, you'll go through this process. Okay? Simple, and the more you do it, of course, the more automatic it becomes, just like anything else when you're working with post-processing.